During this session, I will be talking about using personas for marketing planning. This material is created by Marketo, a great marketing company that helps manage different campaigns that you can use to contact your customer, have email-driven marketing, all kinds of CRM activities, as well as web-based marketing, and measuring that. And there's some statistics on here that are super important about how consumers gain trust of the companies that they want to buy from. You'll notice that about 85% of them both think that taking the time on the web or in an advertisement to walk them through various paths about how they're going to make that decision are rather important to them. Not just providing an ad that says buy this, but it explains why we want to buy this. Another 85% of them also think that ads need to share information, or the web needs to give them information. Maybe 5 to 7 pieces of downloadable information that they can take, such as a white paper, or a PowerPoint, or a blog, or some kind of video that shows the product. All of these are important to making a decision, and we know that consumers as well as businesses make decisions based largely on what they're seeing online today. And if you don't have that information for them, they're going to look elsewhere, and they're not going to make the first contact with you to sell your product. So I'm saying all of this because you have to have the right content for the type of audience that you want. So we're going to learn a little bit about how we create what our audience looks like. We're going to have to educate our own marketing team first, create the marketing, and then sell it. The first thing we do as a marketer is to create a plan. And before we put anything on paper as far as how we're going to go to market, we need to figure out who we are selling to. And everybody that we market to has a personal characteristic or set of characteristics, and we call those personas. Those personas will help us describe who is going to actually buy our product or service. Sometimes you might have seen an ad and it's puzzling to you. Maybe you're not the target audience of that product, or maybe the person making that ad has no idea who their target customer is and what's interesting to them. Marketing personas represent a group of desired customers. Now, we don't always just have one. Sometimes we have many. As a marketer, it's good to focus on between 1 and 4, because more than that, you're sort of boiling the ocean of consumers or enterprise customers. Start with 1 or 2, and then if you think you need additional customer sets, add them on. But be very deliberate about who you're targeting, and maybe you'll base that on research or other input. The best way to go about this, having done a number of these, is to actually pick a name, get a stock photo picture out of a magazine or online about who you think that person might look like, or maybe 2 people or a family. But get a name associated with that customer, because when you're thinking about creating marketing for someone, having a picture in your mind about who they look like and what they're involved in is going to really help inform what you're going to say. So we're going to write it down. We're going to write down their title, their name, responsibilities that they have. What does a typical background of that person look like? What is their education? What kinds of wages might they make? What things do they do in a day? What do they worry about? What's on their mind? When they go to sleep at night, what are they thinking about? And then if they're in a business, how are they measured? What's really important to them? As a marketer, you want to make sure that you aim your arrows, your marketing arrows, right at the target. And there's a lot to that. It's not just pulling back on a string and having a stick fly forward. There's a length of draw. There's a type of arrow. There's a type of wood. There's a type of arrowhead and fletching on the back. All these techniques together will make sure that you hit your audience. And that's what we're going to do today, is discuss how to build a persona. So let's test this out. You probably already intuitively know about what a persona is and what kind of marketing is good for a certain audience. And we just need to write it down for the rest of the company because they're not on the same page. In our mind, it's all clear. We know exactly who's going to buy this product. But the other people, the salespeople, your advertising group, your public relations group, everyone that comes together to sell to this customer needs to have that same person in their mind. And you're going to create that with a persona. Let's test it out. If you're marketing a personal technology product, some kind of gadget or cool software, to a broker at a Wall Street firm, what characteristics of your buyer might be more prevalent? Now, this is very general, and it's not meant to be hurtful or biased or prejudiced in any way, but when we think about the broad makeup of a Wall Street person or a person that works on Wall Street, what characteristics might we use in the advertising, marketing, website, blog, video to reach that person? So let's take the first example. If you're a marketer, do you think you should be describing risky actions or conservative actions in your ad? Most of you probably said, well, Wall Street people are probably more conservative in how they think about things versus risk. Certainly they take risk, but they want to be trusted advisors. Would you more likely see that broker driving a BMW sedan or a Ford F-150? Probably more likely the BMW. If you're going to draw a picture or take a picture of an example of a broker at a Wall Street firm, maybe you would see one of these two, jeans and flip-flops or a navy suit jacket. I'm going to go with navy suit jacket. Do you think they were B+ average or better, or that they just got through school barely? Probably they were good students. Do you think at the beginning of the day that their calendar is disorganized, or that they know what they're probably doing today, allowing for some variances, but they sort of have a clue as to who are they going to meet with and what are they going to say? Do you think that they furnish their home with thrift shop furniture or Ethan Allen furniture? Probably more of a brand name furniture or a nice showroom with coordinating suites of furniture. Do they read Forbes magazine or do they read Entertainment Weekly? Do you think they stop at Starbucks perhaps at 9 in the morning, or did they do a quick drive through McDonald's for coffee and biscuits? As we look at persona examples, we're going to judge our marketing content against the persona type that we've created. Here are just some examples. There can be many more characteristics in this. Lifestyles, worries, interest, a day in the life, and they don't like these things. Now, you'll notice that some of them, like at the bottom, home repair. Some people love home repair. Some people hate home repair. Some people love organizing. Some people hate organizing. You need to know what your persona actually needs and what they worry about, what they think about. What does their day look like? Let's take a young man, Clark. We're going to build a persona around Clark. We want Clark to frequent a certain pizza parlor that we've been hired to create marketing for. So we're going to sit down and figure out, what does Clark want? He's a college student. He's 19 years old. He enjoys traveling around on weekends with his friends and seeing new sights. He does like Starbucks, and he always drinks an ice blended mocha frappuccino. That's his favorite drink. His weekly schedule is rather full. He has 16 hours a week in class. He has homework about 20 hours a week. He has a part-time job 10 hours a week. And being with friends, playing video games, going to a movie, riding motorcycles off-road, he does that about 10 hours a week. Probably has some support from his family also to get through college, or he might have a student loan. His biggest worries are that he won't find a job after graduation and that his college loans will be too high for his income. He enjoys music, hanging out with friends at a place that they can hear each other talk, not just really loud. And as we think about this, he also likes to dress in jeans usually some kind of a color jean like a khaki jean or maybe one of the new brick reds. And he likes to wear the smooth UGG casual shoes that tie up, lace up, that have the sheep wool in the inside. And he likes to look casual and yet sharp. Now, as we're thinking about this, and if we wanted to attract this kind of student to our pizza parlor, whether it's a boy or a girl, we might have a girl persona also, we need to think about what would an ad look like that they could see themselves fitting into, or what kind of messaging would we give this student on a billboard or a flyer or a radio ad. So think about what kind of advertisement or coupon would make Clark go to a new pizza place in town. Who would be in the ad? What message would appeal to him and his friends? We might come up with something like this. Now, at the top, we might send over to our advertising firm, our creative director, our advertising manager, what we think Clark wants to see. We can debate this when we do the pitch discussion. But I might give this example to my advertising director or creative director. Picture of 6 college students, 4 male and 2 female, about 19 or 20 years old, with 2 simple pizzas on the table. Remember, we said that they probably wouldn't have a lot of money and they like simple things. They're dressed with college appropriate clothing. That doesn't mean fancy or too casual. At least one woman is there, young lady, and she's got a skirt with tights on and a modern infinity scarf, and maybe one of the guys would have a collared shirt on. There should be a book bag in the picture over the chair, signifying that this is for college or high school students, and maybe a motorcycle helmet on the table that belongs to one of the students, a place to gather. They're smiling and laughing. We might put some copy around this. Here's an example that we think about Clark and we think about what Clark would want to read. I'll read it to you. You've worked hard all week. Time to take a break with friends, enjoying the good things, pizza and conversations at Matt's. It won't break your budget. Check out Matt's new video game room, and we'll hand over 10 free tokens with every pizza ordered. Bring in this ad for 15% off your order this weekend. Now that is very simple, but I think you can see how it addresses the needs that Clark has. He's getting value. He likes video games. He doesn't have to pay for it. It's a place that he can gather with friends. There's a deal offered. There's conversation. He sees students similar to himself in the picture. Now we have our personas made, and how will we talk to them? We're going to use their language. We're going to understand their problems. We're going to create visuals that interest them. We're going to create marketing in different places for the personas that frequent those publications or locations. We want to make sure that we have the right ad in the right type of publication that that person reads. And we do that, we confirm that by thoroughly building out a persona of our customer. This all rolls up to content marketing. Marketers today are challenged by attention scarcity. And that's the concept that more messages your audience is forced to filter out, the less of their attention you'll get. The slice of the pie keeps getting skinnier. As marketers, you need to meet your customers right where they are today, in the place they are, the worries they have, what they're working on, and then enjoy that creativity and the journey of creating great marketing.